After all that, Kisara never came back to see us.
I'm surprised she slipped away without us noticing. Where would she even go? I hope this place survives. You think the Danins and Renins have a chance of getting along? We didn't really do much to change things around here, did we?
This realm had its own walls to overcome. And in the end, it was the people themselves who decided to break them down, without any help from us. I hope they keep going. I really do.
Yeah, well, if you say so, I guess. Huh?
All right. I leave command of the Gold Dust Cats in your hands.
You've got nothing to worry about, Kisara. I'll do your brother proud.
Looks like it's time to go. Take good care of Zare for me. All right, Lagiel?
You've got it. Stay safe, Kisara.
Did you come to say goodbye?
Actually, I was wondering if you could use another companion.
Huh?
Well, we certainly don't mind you coming along. We just figured you'd stay behind and help rebuild. These people could use you.
I thought much the same thing. However, in the end, something changed my mind. Ever since Miguel died, I've been thinking a lot. About where I went wrong, what I should have done differently. You know, that sort of thing. It's true that our dream of coexistence saved many Danan lives, but we were naive and short-sighted. I was so wrapped up in my idea of how things should be that I didn't see the problems that existed right in front of us. I thought we had been given a utopia. And so I never bothered to look too far past its surface. I chose to be ignorant. And because of that, because of me, my brother...
Miguel's death wasn't your fault, Kisara.
Perhaps you're right. But in the end, it was me he entrusted this dream to. I learned that nothing in this life is free, or gained without sacrifice. Now that I know that, I'll just have to figure out what else I don't know.
So, decided to join us?
I have. And hopefully I can continue to protect Elde Menancia from outside the dream world, for the sake of those still inside.
And here I thought you joined for an opportunity on my life.
In all honesty, I'm grateful to you. I truly am. I don't blame you for what happened. But I must also leave your service. No longer will I be defined by protecting a Renin lord. From now on, when I fight to protect my dream. All I ask is that you do your part, that you fight alongside me, not just for those who used to believe in your dream, but for those that still do. Dohalim.
I understand. I'm no longer a lord anyway.
Well, this crew just gets bigger and bigger. All right, where to, team?
We make for Mahag Sar, the Valley of the Four Winds.
I'm amazed how easily you can move such a giant shield around like it's nothing.
Really? It's not actually as heavy as it looks.
It's really reassuring to have someone like you protecting us, though.
You know, I guess I never realized it before, but looking back, I've always been the sort to put myself in harm's way to protect those around me, even before I joined the Elder Guard. So in a way, using this shield to keep you all safe feels like it's what I was meant to do.
You don't need to worry about protecting me. I don't plan on relying on you.
That's okay. It doesn't matter if you do or not. I don't protect people because they ask me to. I do it because I want to, and because I think it's the right thing to do. That goes for you too, Dohalim.
Me?
Yes. You see, you and I both want the same thing. We have the same goal. That means it's in my best interest to continue to protect and keep you safe as well. Even now.
I'm not sure how much protecting I'll need either, but I appreciate the thought. I'm sure you'll do us proud, Kisara.
Right. You can all count on me.
I think Hoodle senses something.
Mahog's...
I won't forgive you! Eat this!
Rising Rock now!
Our expert coming through! In here!
Eat this!
Get on! If they rush you, you gotta jump for cover, okay? Lightning bolt! Mega Ray!
Eat this! Talon Hurricane!
You are in tip-top shape.
As soon as I'm done here, come help out.
Thanks, how could a girl ever say no?
These little ones are hardly...
Less talking, more pummeling.
The heavens must be smiling.
Out of our way!
Now or never.
Here's some
That freaking does it! Eat this! Come on here! Eagle Fly! Eat this!
I never miss!
Whirling Snap!
Up and down!
Roll now!
Hear me! Flame of
Choice
Jewish!
like that can easily be fatal.
This one's got your name on it!
To action.
Mega Ray! I'm all sucked up! Photon Blast!
Everyone hanging in there?
What? What's this thing?
Hoo! Hoo hoo hoo. Hoo! Hoo hoo hoo. Look, Hoodle! One of your buddies! Hoo!
It'll be a breeze. Get in, get out. I'll tear you apart!
Lightning Raging Cascade!
Quiver Dragon!
Gemini Aqua! Dance in the wind! Air Thrust!
Eat this! What's this?
This one keeps charging us!
That's what my shield's for. Get behind me.
Got it! I'll leave it to you! I wish I could brawl like you, Law.
You wish to learn my secrets, young elf?
Yes, Master. Please, teach me the art of defense.
Did you see?
Sure did. You were checking out Kisara from behind.
What? No, I wasn't!
I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Ren and Eyes. Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble. I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod. You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how it's done.
You're still not done fishing yet? Boring.
You need patience to fish. I've got something. Well, that wasn't much of a challenge.
Not too shabby, friend.
And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me. Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins. Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
But that doesn't change the fact it's a giant time sink.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
We're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happened I'd sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to hear. Thanks for showing us.
Okay!
I'm always amazed what healing arts can do.
Just doing my job. No need to thank me.
You guys want to rest?
Hey, Is it just me? Or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
Even so, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits. I'll probably need a little time to get fully used to it. Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is standard issue for the Menancian Guard, right?
Originally, I've added some flair to it in a lot of places.
I noticed, especially with that open back.
We guardsmen pride ourselves on never showing our back to our enemies. It's my way of making myself live up to that. Plus, it makes it that much lighter and easier to maintain.
Dohalim, do you have anything to say about this?
Every guardsman is allowed to wear their armor as they see fit.
And you, La?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
Kisara, let's talk for a bit. Maintaining your shield? It's becoming a familiar sight.
Miguel was the one who taught me how to maintain my equipment after I first joined the Guard. Now, it's just a part of my routine.
Your brother always seems to come up whenever I talk to you.
That's because we had no other relatives, so it was just the two of us growing up. He was my idol, the one I looked up to and wanted to be like. When I became a guardsman, Lagiel wasn't too pleased to see me at first. It was Miguel who really welcomed me aboard.
Lagiel? Oh, right. She was Miguel's second in the Gold Dust Cats, wasn't she?
That's right. She's always been a very critical and down-to-earth person. In other words, the complete opposite of a dreamer like me.
You're more an idealist than some pie-in-the-sky dreamer.
Even so, that's my brother's doing. He'd never let me stop seeing a brighter world. He always did what he could to keep me smiling and happy.
You must have meant a lot to him.
He wasn't just kind, either. He always worked so hard to set an example for me and everyone else around him. He was a true big brother. So much so that when he thought I was asleep, he'd slip out of the house to go training on the outskirts of town.
You seem to know a lot about it.
That's because I only pretended to be asleep and would follow after him. You know what? I'm at a good stopping point with my shield. If you've got time, how about I tell you a couple more Miguel stories?
I guess I'd better get comfortable.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay. Before we go, do you guys have everything?
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Brace yourselves! This one's tough!
That's enough!
Burn in hell! This one's all mine!
I'm so good with airborne targets. I'm like bait to them.
Pesky airborne scoundrels.
Sounds like a job for your crew.
I'm not done! Move faster!
I'll tear you apart. This one's mine.
You're done! Rise
I'll tear you
up!
apart.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Dance in the wind.
I'm on it! You're mine!
Will this help?
You're mine! Rising Wyvern! Come and get
Healing circle. Light
I'm on it!
Did you just hear me?
I need you, remember?
Fantastic! Great! Amazing!
Shut up, Law. I'm trying to focus.
I was only trying to be nice.
You're most comfortable at a range, aren't you?
Wish they were all that easy.
Yeah, I think we might be getting too strong.
Isn't that good?
Play along, would you?
All right.
There's nowhere to run from my arc! When he slows down, that's our chance!
It's like trying to keep up with a wall.
Can't get out of this! Infernal turret!
Swallow
blade! Swallow blade!
Dance in the wind.
Take this! Dragon form!
Sweet now, Mega
Eternal
Ray.
Dragon! Rising Wyvern! Blue escape! Lunar Rondo! Rising Kick! Talon Hurricane! Eat this! Death Blossom! Slash! Take this! Double Demon Fang! Eat this! I'll tear you apart! What's this? Double Demon Fang! I'm on Genesis! Ringwell! Light Burst Force!
Radiant Genesis! Searing Spray! Reload!
Glacial
Spear!
Here's
Evil!
Dragon Form!
Lightning Attack! Freeze Blade!
Hold nothing back!
Now!
Swallow Blade!
There you go! Frozen!
Hammer!
Got some interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine this sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Danon history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course. There's...
Together, that wasn't even a problem.
Visibility along this path will remain limited for some time. Take care not to get ambushed.
I'm surprised you know the terrain here so well. Lords don't strike me as having much time for wandering.
Brace yourselves! This one's done! Rising water!
Get on there with the others.
Do it!
Airborne beast. My specialty. This is the win.
Flying freak! Why can't they just sit? I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Hammer, flame, here goes! Here's evil!
Denied! Denied!
Freeze
I'll
laser!
finish you here and now! Death blossom!
Lightning orb!
Be still!
Here, let the marksman handle this! In here!
That's enough!
I'll be saving this one! Hear me, flame!
How dare you oppose! We're clean it out. Let me take the rest of them.
Wow, someone's feeling lively!
Eat this! Dragon Form! How dare you oppose! I'll finish you here and now! Death blossom!
Glacial spear!
Be still! Big blast! Rising water! I'm on it!
Do it!
Hurricane Flip! In an instant! Impact Claw!
The astral energy is surging around me.
How do you even know about all that astrally stuff?
Same way I know what you do in the middle of the night.
What? Are you serious?
What's this thing?
Oh, man. I hope I live long enough to regret seeing it.
How dare you oppose! Hurricane Flip! Rising Phoenix!
It's a two on the out! I never miss!
Eat this! You got flyers!
I've got this! Let a marksman handle it!
I'm just kidding! All yours!
It's showtime!
In a bind!
Now!
Reload! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! I'll bring you back from death to this!
I'm on it! Denied! I'm on it!
Damn it! Here, let me help!
Freaking does it!
And again!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Yeah!
Leave the enemy's arc with me!
Finish it!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Dance in the wind!
Take this!
Glacial spear!
Rolling Tide! Rising Lightning!
Hurricane!
Rising Phoenix!
Kisara! All yours, Kisara!
Here, hands
Take
up!
this!
First aid!
This
It's in the sky, it's mine!
Demon Fang! All Demon Fang!
You require a hand.
I'll heal you all!
Finish this! Demon Fang! In an instant! Impact Claw!
This should come in handy when crafting weapons.
It's so hilly around here. I can feel my feet getting blisters.
That's mountain hiking for you. It can be pretty tough if you're not used to these sorts of trails.
I take it you're...
Oh, man. I hope I live long enough to regret seeing it.
Now I can let
This
loose!
one's mine!
You're mine!
Don't mind if I do!
So much for sitting this fight out.
That wouldn't feel complete, I guess.
Nope, that'd be silly.
Shut him down.
Now!
Look sharp. Lightning Tiger Blade. See that? That training's paying off.
Armor won't save you!
Freeze Blade! Raging Cascade!
Swirl Blade.
Here!
Destruction.
I'm on a roll now!
Do it!
Eat this!
In an instant.
Impact Claw!
Take it! You're mine!
Lightning Thrust! Come and get it!
Easter.
I'll run you through!
Supernova!
I'm on it!
Raging Cascade!
Rolling
Be
Smash!
still.
Hurricane!
Rising Phoenix.
Glimmer Dragon!
Be still.
I'll run you through! I'm on it! Rolling Snap!
Watch and sweep!
Here I come. Sword Finish. Raining Slash.
Wow, look what I just found.
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
Thunderblade! Confiscated!
Talon Hug, watch it! I'm on it! Come and get it! Destruction! Watch it! I'll run you through! Here you go! You like me a taste? I'll crush you! Ah! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw! They got me forward!
Rising Leopard.
Do it!
I'll tear you apart! Light Burst forward!
Radiant Genesis!
Lady Fortune must truly be watching over me.
This one's tough. But we have no choice.
Let me know if you need healing.
Rising
Hurricane! Gone for size!
Burn in hell. Finish it. Kisara. Commander of Heaven.
Phoenix Cyclone! I'm on it! That's enough! I'm on a roll now! Prepare to be seen, though. Actually, that sounds more appropriate.
Less talking, more doing.
No further! I'm on Alpha! Now I'm in trouble. I'll tear you apart! I'll crush you! Ah! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw!
Outfit. In an instant. Impact Claw.
Will this help?
I'm on it! Here I come! Come and get it! Now you see what I can do! Dragon Force!
I owe you one. Try this.
I'll finish you here and now!
Do it!
Relay! Light Burst forward!
Radiant Genesis!
I'm even stronger than before.
This'll make us even more. More formidable.
More Danon ruins here too, I see.
What were people
An opponent like this should be easy.
Come and get it!
And more than enough for now.
I really owe you one.
I'm sorry to be involved.
We've all got enough on our plates.
Yes, ma'am. You're wide open. That's enough. The enemy here's ours too.
We'll soon see about that!
Eat this. Now or never.
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
See you continue on in that vein.
I'll crush you! Ah! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw!
Thunder Field!
Eat this! Come and get it!
Mega Ray! Sleep now! I'll be saving this one!
First strike!
Glacier Spear!
I'm reaching my limit, you guys.
Guess we better be extra careful.
I sure have built up a sweat with this hike.
No holding back.
I'm on it! This'll be a piece of cake!
Mine.
Hurricane! Transform!
Lightning to death.
Eat this! Exclusive ring! Talon Hurricane!
You're mine. Lightning to death.
Rising Wyvern! Not today! You're mine!
Powered up. Here. I'm out of ammo.
Come one, come all!
Mega ray. Gemini Alpha.
Freaking does it!
Mega ray. Lightning raging cascade.
You're mine!
Radiant pierce.
I'm on it!
Radiant pierce.
Solid Storm!
I'll be saving this one. Radiant pierce.
I'll tear you apart!
I'm out. Lightning
Now
blade.
I'm in the groove!
Mega ray.
Talon Hurricane!
Thunderblade. Radiant pierce.
Nicely done, Shion.
You're slack. Step it up.
Yeah, you got it.
Radiant pierce.
Fantastic! Great!
This one's got your name on it.
Ashes to ashes!
Fighting in this state isn't advisable.
There.
What's this place here? Some kind of old house?
Right, here's... Eat this! Coming, ready to go! Take this! Rising Wyvern! The picture of hell! Here! Eat this!
Photon blast. Wait, not on my watch.
I'm on it! Soda!
Gemini Alpha. Annihilation. Thunder shield. Lightning do it.
Shion!
This one's got your name on it.
Ashes to ashes!
Here's a healing art.
I'm on Demon Fang! Destruction! Watch this! Eternal devastation!
Will this help?
Talon Hurricane!
Now, healing circle.
Rising Wyvern! Can't get out of this!
Hey, that. I think I'm getting stronger.
Gone!
Denied. Here's evil. Not in your dreams.
Rising Wyvern!
Lightning
Hurricane Thrust! Eagle!
I'm on it. Here you go.
I'm not done!
Freeze blast. Where are you going?
You're done! Now you see what I can do! Now I'm in the groove! Finish it! Outfit! In an instant! Impact Claw!
Here I go. I'm
Eat
only
this!
getting
Rising Wyvern!
Do it. Hey, one at a time.
Burn in hell!
You
See what happened there as you crossed me? Shouldn't have done
Here's
that!
a healing
I'll
art.
tear you apart! That's devastation! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous Claw!
Is there anything more magnificent than the musculature of a warrior? Perhaps it is in search of this perfect beauty that I myself am drawn into battle.
No choice! Somebody freaking does it! That's enough! I'll run you through! Flaming Thrust! Take this! First strike! Rising Wyvern! Hurricane Can't get out of this! Tear! Hurricane Talon Hurricane! On a roll now! Too fast! Stand back! I'll check it out! Rising Wyvern! First strike! Tear!
Now.
Hurricane Thrust!
when we're in too deep is necessary to survive.
We may tend to push ourselves a little too hard.
Little help!
Take this! That's enough!
Not in your dreams!
Tower hurricane! Watch it!
Lightning orb!
You picked the wrong fight! First strike!
Do they not teach you to say thank you when damaged? Not to a Renin, they don't.
Demon Fang!
Hey, when did I get so popular?
Photon! I'll heal you all!
Swallow blade! No further!
Healing circle!
I'll tear you apart! Now I'm in the groove!
These little ones are...
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
There! One more!
Rising Genesis! Outfit! In an instant! Impact Claw! First strike!
Feel!
I'll tear you apart!
By the time and ether!
I'll run you through!
Thunder field!
Coming in!
Here goes!
Hurricane!
Sweet dreams!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
Nice. No scratches on my shield or my armor.
Looks like some solid equipment.
No holding back!
This'll be a piece of cake!
Not on my watch! Hurricane! Thunder field! Where are you going?
I can carve through armor! I'll finish you here and
Now,
now!
this one's got your name on it!
Action through action! Rising
Thunder field!
I'll tear you apart!
More for the stockpile!
Watch this!
Feel!
I'm on it! Come and get it! Enough!
Reload!
You're done!
Tower score! Here! Lightning down!
I can't lay a finger on you.
I prefer it that way. What about you?
Just watch and see.
Healing
Rolling snap! Talon Hurricane!
Thank you.
Commander of Heaven! Phoenix Cyclone! Here's up.
Always room for improvement.
Guess I misread the lip.
No holding back!
I'm on it!
This'll be a piece of cake!
Going!
Rip its tear! Now I'm in the groove!
Shining into the
Come and get it! Rising Phoenix!
Lightning storm into the center!
Hurricane, I'm on it!
If it's in this, do it! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Eat the fray!
Whirlwind Storm! Watch this! Dragon Form! Eagle! I'll run you through!
Now!
Storm! Totally! In an instant! Impact Claw!
I won't rest until I'm the best I can be.
Still striving to be on par with the Lord?
You simply can't be too strong when battle is a part of your everyday.
An opponent like this should be easy.
I'll tear you
Mind if I
apart!
do? Annihilation! Hurricane!
Freaking does it! I'll crush you! Ah! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Take it! First strike! Now you see what I can do! I'm on a roll now! I'm on here!
We've turned the tables on him.
There are still more left.
Right. No time to hold back.
Still!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished.
See you continue on in that vein.
Yes, my lady?
Something you wanted to say?
Whirlwind snap! Talon hurricane!
Rising weather! Finish it!
Come on! Look sharp! Lightning tiger blade!
With this, I can become even stronger.
Through these lands most verdant green, my eyes alight for sights unseen. In Menancia, pure and pristine.
What is it you see exactly?
That's not for me to say.
Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Actually, I've been thinking about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldomenencia of its enemies and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along, but it got me thinking. What am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
Oops, sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, What do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for very skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag Saar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already! I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
Been looking for you.
For me, why?
He's tough.
Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the...
That is all I desire.
Then why are we fighting? Who even are you?
I'll tear you apart!
This one's mine!
Now's our chance!
Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down! Light after wind in the wind!
Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy is not normal.
His speed is unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
I'll heal you all!
Dazzle, first strike!
That's enough!
Stay away from my friend!
Into the shadows!
Where are you going?
Hey, that...
Now see that you don't get in trouble again.
Double demon
Resist
fang!
resistance! Get on in there with the other! Far enough!
Megasonic thrust!
Light healer!
In a vine?
More with that kick!
Soaring alpha!
Did you just hear me?
Yes, I need you, remember?
Right.
Here's a healing arm! First aid!
Die.
Burn in hell!
Show me your strength.
It's weakened! Take one!
This ends now!
Here, let me help. First aid! Here goes! Back into the fray! Hit! Searing flame! Reload! Here's a healing hit! First aid! Seal! Glacial spear! Pierce evil! Freeze laser! Lightning orb! Alright, here's a healing time! First aid! Gets by me! Seal! Here's the stockpile! If it's in the sky, you'll mine!
Shattering up
Where are
pieces!
you going?
Attack!
Raging
Armor won't
cascade!
save you!
Here's a
This
healing
one's
arm!
mine!
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die. A wretch like you? Till next time.
Shion, wake up, please!
Alphen?
Shion!
Thanks, but you're kinda crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I. It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shion, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides,
Hmm?
Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Shion, are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine, really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shion was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
a light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Dahnan astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Niez, the capital of Mahag Saar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shion to rest.